Richard has kept the knights on the board. That knight now diving in, but now black wins a pawn with check there. So he's got his pawn back, but white retains some pressure here.
Yeah, definitely some pressure because white's knight is better placed and is also targeting the b7 pawn. So Richard has to find a way to preserve those two pawns on the left and at the same time maintain that pressure against that weak pawn on b7. And there you see Richard simply holding tight. And now, yep, he's gonna attack black's knight, and well, Maxime is so quick.
Yeah, Maxime diving in there, and he has now got material equality, which would indicate it's nearer a draw. But look at white's pawns. White's pawns are just creeping up the board, creepy crawlies, and if they creep all the way to the other end, it's touchdown and they become queens. And if one of those pawns touches down, it is going to end the game. So that's the one major problem that black has here. Now, there's a little tactic here. If you go knight takes pawn, black can go check with the knight and take a white pawn. So maybe you move the king in here. The king is a very important piece. There it goes in the ending, just avoiding any checks for that move.
And well, Maxime, he's a tricky customer. He's getting ready to pick up the b pawn, moving one square, destabilizing the knight. He doesn't have too much choice. And there we see Richard with a knight check. And well, maybe the knights will leave the board, but nope. And wow.
Very clever move there from Maxime. He moves his knight back to attack white's pawn, and white can't defend that pawn. He can only move his king up the board, and this means again it goes back to material equality. So it's looking like a great defensive job so far from Maxime Vachier-Lagrave with the black pieces. Still a bit of danger as white has the passed pawn. That means a pawn that is unobstructed and can become a queen, but I think everything's okay at the moment.
Well, it might be okay on the board, but it's certainly not okay on the clock because Maxime, take a look, only 6 seconds. Can he hold his nerves? Remember, the players do get a 2-second increment, so what you see on the clock is not necessarily what you get, but still, Maxime has to be one cool customer.
He does, and he's got now Richard trying to use his king to get into the position. Richard needs to get his knight to another side of the board, and here it comes. The white knight heads over to a better position, and he's got to try to target black's pawns with that knight. And look, yeah, look at the time. But he's so quick. He's not going to lose on time. He won't lose on time.
He's looking, he's cutting it short. It's 1 second. Oh, he lost on time.
Oh, well, there you go. So as soon as I say he won't lose on time, he loses on time.
It was the final countdown.
Listen, the final countdown. Come on, Ivanka, it's your time to sing.
Oh, my goodness me. Richard Rapport, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. What a roller coaster. I mean, we saw everything there. Richard, very impressive in the opening. And then somehow he lost his way. And Maxime Vachier-Lagrave was able just to hold his resources together. But in the end, tick-tock, you know, you got to remember that. Am I being cruel?
No, not